Yeah, we are based on St. Anne's Bay between Runaway Bay here on the north end of this island of Jamaica. And we are awaiting the landfall here. What, about 9 a.m. Eastern time is when it may actually make that landfall as a Cat 5. And you see, I mean, right now, honestly, conditions here are not horrific by any means. We do have rain. We have some breezy conditions, and that is what's been going on throughout the night. We could hear it when we were trying to sleep last night, but nothing intense quite yet. Having said that, everything is going to change. What is fascinating to watch the track last night as it continued to shove west to the south of the island of Jamaica, and then it will make that landfall and then trek to the northeast, basically cutting essentially between where the northwest quadrant of Jamaica and where we are at. And so huge impacts are on the way, clearly. And it will be a Category 5 upon landfall. And then by the time it's in the center of the island, it will still be a Category 5. As it exits Jamaica, which, by the way, north to south, at its highest point is about 60 miles or so. When it exits Jamaica, it will then perhaps weaken into a Category 4. We'll have to watch this incredibly closely. I mean, the meandering aspects of Hurricane Melissa have just been remarkable over the past week, and especially in the past 48 hours to watch the way it's been moving. I mean, at one point, you know, we did not expect Melissa to go as west as it has. And so now, you know, yesterday morning when we were in Kingston, we decided to make the move to come up to the north side to really bring you the impacts as much as we can of the wind element, well, and the rain too. But the reality is that landfall in a couple hours is going to be remarkable to see. You're looking at winds at well over 170 miles an hour. That's the possibility, well, likelihood, and the devastation that's going to happen upon landfall and even into the center of the island is going to be something to behold. Really worried about the Montego Bay area, which is to our west. Montego Bay Airport, about 50 miles from where we're at right now, and they could take a serious hit from Hurricane Melissa. So what we're doing right now is we are feeling the beginning impacts of this storm, and this is just fringe. It is about to get very rowdy out here, unfortunately, and expect mass power outages. We've had power go in and out all night long. That's something that has kept all of us up. You could hear it. You could hear transformers pop. It's been just one of those nights. Craig, back to you.
Yeah, Robert, when you're talking about this, I wanted to ask you, because I have so many questions for you, but I'll ask one, and specifically, you're thinking about preparations for this, and they were telling people, hey, shelter in place, get to a spot that will be able to withstand the winds, the rain, but also potential landslides. What has the feeling been like, and do you think that people have been preparing for this? They haven't felt anything like this since 1988, Gilbert.
Well, I can tell you right now, I mean, we were speaking to locals last night, and the feeling is of utmost anxiety and nerves. Everyone knows that this is imminent and that there is going to be catastrophic scenarios across the island of Jamaica, and the preparations have been intense for the past 72 hours or even more, frankly. The government has been working diligently around the clock to open shelters and try to inform everyone here on the island nation of Jamaica of exactly what lies ahead, which is historic and potentially a humanitarian crisis. And that humanitarian crisis will come from the lack of power, the lack of cell phone service, and the ability to not get provisions, water and food and aid. And that's the issue too with the airports as well. I think there's a lot of concern about, you know, how does the world bring in aid into Jamaica in the aftermath when, you know, the Kingston airport is likely going to be inundated by storm surge, and Montego Bay airport at this point, because of that westerly track of the storm and the way it's cutting up, could be decimated. So what occurs? They've done their best. And now, unfortunately, you know, we are feeling the heavy rain all of a sudden here in this part of Jamaica between St. Anne's and Runaway Bay. And this is just the beginning. This is going to last for a long period of time. And the heaviest impacts where we are at right now likely around 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. So we are in this for a long duration, Craig.
Yeah, Robert, please stay safe out there. We talked about that, the duration and those intense winds, powerful Category 5, winds right now 175 miles per hour, pressure 901. We'll be with you throughout the day. Make sure you're safe, and we'll check in with you in just a bit. That's Fox Weather Correspondent Robert Ray from St. Anne Parish.